live officially. Alright, preview's coming in nice. There we go. Alright, well, this is the full colored. Whoa, that voice crack. Oof. This is the full flat colored piece, completely done with flats. And I've been really hoping to start working on some shadows. Now, I've gone through my lessons for shadows, but actually applying them are probably going to be two different things. So, yeah, just gonna start right in with that. I was playing around with Krita a bit, mainly to try and get it to, you know, be a little more responsive to me in some of the brushes I wasn't quite fond of. What is this? Suit. Light forms. So, Krita has this brush, Airsoft brush, or Airbrush Soft. Airsoft. That's a company. And yeah, so now we have our light forms layer. So now I need to select all that. I'm going to hide the mask forms. Go back to this one. Nope. I need the color from this one. I need to pick that color. And I don't know if this is my color blindness, but okay, so I changed the value. But when I go to apply it, I don't know if it's my color blindness or my brush. If the brush is just too soft, and I don't know how to change the brush. When I start applying it, I really don't see too much of a difference. Like, I can see it when I Control Z it. Obviously, there's a difference. But it's not a very noticeable difference for me. Versus like some of the other people, like, barely even move their values. And they get like a really big contrast. I don't know what I could actually do to change that. I'm in the preset menu right now for my brush. So I guess we're just gonna have to live with it. I mean, it is pretty noticeable, like, once I Control Z it. But like right there. Did that even go? Oh, it did. Okay. Nope, that's a form shadow. I'm really working on the big shadows right now. Trying to determine what would be the shadows. Since my light source is going to be coming from so I just apply a little more pressure, I can get a slightly better darkness. Okay, so that's my big shadow for the suit. And I'm actually going to be doing 2 of them at the same time. So this is suit pattern. Light forms. Okay, now going to the suit pattern. Getting that one. And I'm going to be changing that darkness. And now we're going to there we go. We're going to do the same thing, but I'm going to try to use the same amount of pressure. That way there's a consistent shadow. And only in the areas that I had deemed a big shadow. I just did air quotes. I don't know why I did air quotes. I don't have a camera on. But the big shadow. So now we are gonna go back to suit main, and I think we are going to use this as a reference to. Gotta get our color back. Okay, so now we're working on form lighting, I think. And this is probably going to be the whole process. Actually, let me come here and actually erase a bit right here. Because I am going to be putting a shadow there, and I don't want it to overlap. Okay, so I have my mask ready. I'm on my light forms. I have my color. And we're going to do the same thing. Drop the value. Go over here to this tool. And we're going to put it down like 200. See how that is. Okay, so that's a pretty big shadow. Let's try like 150. Oh, that's better. I have to remember to do a continuous thing, because oh, you know what? Let's do the full things, and then we can come back and do creases. Let's do the outside first, and then we can come back and do the creases. That way we can kind of use the same catch the arm there. I can do that as a crease one. I just really want to get these. Careful down there. Oh wait, that's a crease. So, all right. So now let's drop. Let's go like 50. Start working on some of the creases. Oh, that's a good size for the creases. Let's put a shadow down here under the neck. Let's try to. Ooh, that's good. Or kind of, you can only see the shadow on one side. I think would be pretty cool. As it is, you're seeing the shadow right here, so. I think something like that will be pretty cool. Okay. I'll get the hands on a whole different run. Coming back to here, we're going to drop it even more, so let's go to 25 or something. Yeah, that's fine. The reason I'm erasing the shadows is because I don't want it to influence the shadow I'm putting in. Might even want to drop it even more. Let's try 15. Just get rid of some of that bleed over. You know what? I actually did it backwards. I'm supposed to put the shadow on the inside. There we go. Now I can get rid of some of that bleed over. This one back up to 25. There. There. Hey, Vucky. Good to see you. I am glad that you were able to pop in today. Today we are experimenting with shadows and light, so fun. Now I need to go to the pattern and do the exact same thing. This drop. I don't know why you can't see when I bring up the menus. That's a shame. I'm out of water. I will say that my throat from yesterday is still a little sore from talking so much. Not quite used to all that, but it's fun nonetheless. I think if I speak in my slightly lower registry, it doesn't hurt so much. But I lost my train of thought. What was I doing? I came to the suit pattern. Oh, I was making a new layer. Oh no, I already have the light form for the... Boop. But I do have to control copy that. That way we have the mask of that one. There we go. Yeah, I got the color. I already adjusted the value of it. So now, it's just coming over here, being on the right layer, and doing the same thing. Did I already put the large shadow on here? I did. So we're doing form shadowing, right? Oops. Sorry if you heard that. That was me hitting the wire of my mic. Here's why I chose shadows before highlights. that's how the lessons teach. I am literally going off of how my lessons are taught, and they teach to do shadows first. So, mainly because shadows are I guess, the bread and butter of a 3D thing. You want your shadows more than you want your highlights. You can actually get away with making something look 3D by using shadows more than you can just by using lights. At least, so my lessons say. Now I'm just trying to cover wherever I have already done my form shadowing in the light blue. So this part shouldn't take too long. Most of the form shadowing was on the lighter blue. I just had a little bit I had to do, considering there's not much here. I can give a little more shadow there. I really can't see the difference, but I'm assuming that some people can. Okay. So now technically we have our shadows for the main body. At least we have the large shadows, form shadows, and then there's ambient occlusion shadows and casting shadows. I don't think I'm going to do casting shadows because that's more in the sense of she's leaving behind a shadow. And some of the casting shadow, like right here, I'm kind of including on the pistol, on the finger, that the pistol is casting a shadow on the finger. So, don't think I'm really going to be doing casting shadows, but probably going to be doing ambient occlusion shadows later. But, now we have to do that for all of these layers. Which is the whole reason why they say make sure to have almost every single one of your colors on a whole different layer. That way none of your stuff blends. I can go ahead and lock that. Or no, we don't lock those because that's going to be a whole different I still have to come back and do ambient occlusion shadows. Let's go ahead and go to the face now and do that whole process all over again. So we're going to do that. Face / light forms. Okay, good. Kind of looks like an elf just from there. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, you can't see that? That's a shame. You can't see the little pop-ups. I wish I could show you that. And maybe I should do some homework and see how I can get creative to show that to you. Yeah, all these like little menus or like previews that pop up, they look pretty cool, like just by themselves, like isolated on the layers. I don't know, I think it would be pretty cool. So I need to select the skin color. I'm probably already in trouble because I think I made the skin too light as far as breaking the rule of keeping the colors more towards the middle. That way you have room for lights and shadows. But we're just gonna have to roll with it because I ain't gonna change the color at this point. So I have the color. I have my mask. Okay. I need to alter the color. That's what I need to do. So we're gonna put that shadow there. Okay. We are on the right layer. Awesome. So that's my big shadow. Then we can start working on form shadowings for the skin. Drop this down to, what did I have it at, like 90? Oh, much smaller. I think this one was 50. That kind of makes it... I need to have a definite shadow around her face, but I don't want to make it look like she has a beard. There we go. I think that's good. It's good right there. Oops. Messing around with the dockers. Accidentally grabbing the docker. Okay. I actually already implemented the shadow into the eye, but now we're actually gonna drop it to like 25. Start putting in shadows where the hair is. Never seen a bearded Samus fan art? I'm sure it's out there. There's so much out there. I'm sure someone has done it. I'm actually gonna drop this a lot more. Maybe down to a 10. Just put a nice... straight shadow around the nose. See if I can keep a slight consistency all the way around the nose. No, I cannot. For stuff like this, I probably should use the... yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Let's try doing the weighted. Oops. Actually, the ambient inclusion, not the ambient inclusion, the form shadow needs to be on the inside. I always forget that. And then, because technically that would be a cache out of what I was doing. Okay. This weighted is for some reason not putting as much pressure. Alright. eyes. Really wish I could keep just a straight pen, but it's a lot harder because in order to get this shadow a decent consistency, she has purple eyes. They are bluish, but I just tweaked it a little bit. Also, that's that's usually the happy little accidents, as Bob Ross used to say, of being colorblind. She now has purple eyes instead of blue. There you go. Because purple and blue look exactly the same to me. Small little leak. The shadow. Forgot about that. Yeah. Nah, you'll see some of my pictures will have very interesting colors to people that can see very vibrantly. One of my favorite ones is when I try to make something brown and it turns out to be green. And I'm just sitting here like, that person has green hair now, not brown. Actually, I'm gonna save that. I'm going to put a shadow at the bottom of the lips, but I'm not going to put a shadow above it because I am going to do shadowing for the lips, on its own, why does my hand not understand to not go in it? Like, I kept trying to correct my angle for my hand, and it kept doing the exact same angle, and I'm like, why? What is going on here, hand? Alright. Got the eyes, got the nose, got the hair form shadows. Technically, add more shadow over here. this down. I think it was at 25. And put a shadow here. Okay. I think... Oh. This is part of the skin layer too. So, definitely need to get the ears. Let's drop that down to like 10 though. All fossils count as antiques, right? I think antiques technically have to be like worked. I may be, you know, misremembering my definition, but I think something counts as an antique if it was, if like a human crafted it. So I don't think bones would fall under that. It's an interesting question to ask. Okay, so that's the skin life forms. Let's go to the hair. We have that. Create our new thing. Hair. Light forms. And then, oh, go away. Come back down here and mask it. There it goes. Right. This is all of the... It is my hair layer, but it's also my very little yellow layer down there. So I gotta remember to shadow those in as well. We'll start down here, that way I don't necessarily forget on the wrong layer. And that's why I've been starting to lock in my layers, because I can't see that. I can't see that at all. Okay, that's a little bit better. These ones are just going to be shadowed. This is stuff that I can barely even see, but whew, it makes me feel better knowing that it's actually there. I don't know if I'm going to do... Let's just shadow that in. We'll call it a cast shadow. That ever so slightly small yellow highlight. Oh, and the hair, I can see it a lot better. Okay. Oh, let's actually up it up. Now that we're in the hair. So I actually made a mistake because in the amiibo of Samus, this ear is actually not covered by hair. However, because I have to look at it oppositely, I put it on this part of the hair is actually on this side, so you wouldn't actually see it. This part would like fold back behind the ear. But I'm already too far into this, so I'm like, we're just gonna go with this. And of course, down here is shadowed. See, that's what I'm talking about. The bleeding over really becomes evident when you start overlapping it. Oof! My shoulder has been killing me. Probably just slept wrong. Alright, I mean, it's not professional level, but it's not bad. It's not the worst. I miss saying that about my artwork. It's not the worst. That phrase alone has got me through so much in my life. Alright, I guess we can do the face details next. Can't spell. Alright, so this is where it's gonna get like a little bit complicated. So we'll start with the lips, since I think that's like the bigger. Where's my face details? Oh, here it is. Alright, so definitely need to lower the scale of this since we're working with smaller stuff. I need to alter. We'll put it like here. That's way too small. Okay. We're gonna go to 50. See if that works. What? Oh. No wonder. I was on eraser. Oh, that's way too dark. I messed up. Okay, maybe just a tad darker. Maybe a little more red. No. Not that red. Okay. Nope. That's no. Definitely want to bring that down. Oh, that's better. Still a little bit too thick. You know, it's not like I'm trying to convince the viewer that she's wearing makeup, because she's not. That was really sloppy at the end. That was almost really good, or at least what I wanted. I got sloppy at the end. That ending is driving me crazy. I guess that's good. Okay. What else is on the... we have the eyes. I did already put that. I did put the shadow underneath on the skin layer. So I think we're good on the eyes. So I think all we need is, the shadow of the eyebrows probably should have been on the skin layer. Okay. Skin. Shoot. Just gonna have to kind of eyeball it. Okay, I'm on the right thing. Is there a... Hello? Is there a... How come I can't see it? This layer's not locked. Oh, it didn't... Okay, that's why. I pressed Control click. So it should have there it goes. It didn't mask the face. Now I need to go back into the layer. It's so hard to get like a smooth line when you actually have to apply pressure. Yeah, I could use the weighted tool. I was using that earlier, but for some reason the weighted tool, um, or the stabilizer, I even though I'm pressing down equally as hard, it's not coming out as thick or as heavy. So I don't know if that's a setting somewhere that I need to change, and I need to go find that somehow. Learning how to draw and learning a drawing program at the same time is very perplexing. It's not like I knew the ins and outs of Krita before I started drawing. Also realized I did not color the hairband. Whoops. We can make that, we can put that on the black. Where's the black? Oh, I need to come down. Nope, nope, nope. Did I? Okay, good, it didn't. You come to line art. Oop. Hello, Samus. Okay. Where was black metal? Here it is. There we go. Lock that back up. Now this will probably be a shorter stream. Mainly just I want to get all the large shadows and form shadows down, and then I actually want to go back to my lessons and understand how to actually do the rest of the shadows and lighting. That way I can do them right. Because this is the part that I've kind of fully understood, where okay, you have your big shadow, which kind of determines which way the light is facing. Then you have your form shadows, which determine like your 3D-ness. But the other shadows, I'm still on like what they are. So, yeah, definitely need to go back and take some notes before I actually start applying them. Okay, so I got distracted with the hairband. Let's go ahead and save, first of all. Then I need to figure out where I was. I think I just did the hair. So I did the hair. No, I was on the face. I was on the face details. And I had just done the eyebrows, so that's done. I did the skin, hair, suit. So I think all that's left is the grays and the blacks. There's black metal, gray metal. I think that's it. suit pattern, gray metal, black metal, hair, face, skin. Yeah, okay, so definitely not gonna stay too long. Just gotta do these two. Oh, and so it's essentially I need to do the blacks. I need to do the accessories. That's what I need to do. Simplify it, that way my brain doesn't go kaboom with how many things I have to do and keep track of. Let's do one step at a time. I am a very simple-minded person, so having so much thrown at me at once really kabooms my brain. So down here is definitely going to be the big shadow, and I think the rest is going to be form shadowing. Since this is pretty much in the foreground, it's going to be extremely lit up, but this little part here is actually underneath and like hidden by the rest of the gun and the hands, so it's going to have its own large shadow. This is in the foreground, so it's not going to have any large shadow. This needs to follow the pattern of the large shadow, so does this part. That part, this part needs to be shadowed. Alright. Can't even tell if there's like a major difference, but I still have to do it. So now we can kind of drop it down for form shadowing. And this still has its form shadowed. Now we can come onto here and do some form shadowing. Let's try the stabilizer again. Maybe it was just my imagination. This whole part down here will be shadowed. I got a form shadow there. I'm not going to put too much shadow down here. Now that we're on this layer, I'm actually gonna shadow this part. Okay, so I got the blacks done, and now the grays need to be done. I was really thrown off the other day. Nope. Because apparently there's 2 ways to spell gray. I was told I was misspelling gray as G-R-E-Y. Apparently, it's okay to spell gray G-R-A-Y. So I have the gray light forms. So, right. Okay. So there's not much, but this is the least amount of work here on the grays. There. Brush. I have my mask. There. Probably push it down to like 30 or something. Is it a proper noun? Gray? No, I think, from what I understand, I think Britain, like, they have different ways of spelling it, so I think they actually spell it G-R-A-Y. I have to double check. I actually didn't look it up. I was just taking the word of the person that was quote-unquote correcting me. Oh, my stabilizer's still on. I was like, why is my pen going so slow? Form shadowing. This one I do want to emphasize the form shadow because this is the shoe. Definitely want to make sure that people understand the 3D-ness of a shoe. Although I probably should drop it down to like a 10. main shadows are done. That went a lot quicker than I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to struggle with a lot of stuff. That was, well, that was an hour, I think. I was online for an hour. So, even though it's one of my shorter streams, I'm going to call it here. Because again, I'm going to actually use this time to go back to my lessons and make sure I am going to do the next steps properly. As something banged outside my house. Anyway, thanks again for coming out, man. Always a pleasure to have you here, and hope you have a great night. And because I suck at outros, I'm just gonna leave. Bye.